Summer solstice is a threshold, a turning point, a moment when light reaches its peak before beginning its slow return toward darkness. And I think that's important because the solstice isn't asking us to choose light over darkness. It's asking us to remember that both belong. Okay, life moves in cycles. Expansion and contraction, summer and winter, breath in and breath out. The problem was never the darkness. The problem was believing darkness meant something had gone wrong. Because in reality, darkness is where seeds grow. Darkness is where rest happens. Darkness is where wisdom forms, you know? Darkness is where we remember what the light is for. And the solstice reminds us that life isn't asking us to eliminate half the cycle. It's asking us to participate in all of it. You know? So as we approach this powerful turning point, let's see what reality is reflecting through the cards. Okay, this is hilarious, okay, because apparently reality has jokes, okay? The summer solstice reading begins with the sun. Of course it does. Look at this image. It's a child sitting among giant sunflowers, bright skies, open horizons, wonder, curiosity. I hope it's coming through. Joy. And here's what stands out, okay? Look at the child isn't healing. The child isn't manifesting. The child isn't even optimizing his time. Okay? The child isn't taking another course called How to Finally Become Enough in 12 Easy Steps. No, man, the child here is experiencing. You know, and honestly, that feels like the first message. The collective has spent years trying to survive, trying to heal, trying to understand, trying to improve, trying to become enough. You know, meanwhile, the sun is sitting over here like, cool. Okay? But it's asking you, when was the last time you enjoyed being alive? Okay, not productive, not successful, not enlightened, alive. Okay, because somewhere along the way, many humans started treating joy like a reward, as if joy comes after the healing, after the success, after the work, after the awakening. The sun says, what if joy isn't the reward? What if joy is part of the path? What if wonder isn't childish? What if wonder is wisdom? What if curiosity is closer to truth than fear? The solstice begins with an invitation. Come back to life. Come back to life. And then we move into strength. Okay, this card stops me. Okay? Because this isn't a woman defeating a dragon. Okay? This isn't conquest. This isn't domination. This is relationship. Look at them. They're face to face, present, connected. The dragon isn't being conquered. It's being understood. And that feels like one of the biggest lessons available right now, because so many people have spent years fighting themselves, okay? Fighting fear, fighting emotions, fighting uncertainty, fighting their nervous system, fighting their humanity, fighting parts of themselves they don't understand. Okay? Meanwhile, strength here is asking, what if the thing you're fighting isn't your enemy? What if your sensitivity isn't your weakness? What if your emotions aren't your weakness? What if your humanity isn't your weakness? What if your nervous system isn't broken? What if it's just trying to communicate? The infinity symbol here, above her head, that catches my attention, okay? Because this isn't about winning. It's about integration. The dragon represents instinct, power, life force, truth, parts of yourself that may have been buried beneath years of conditioning. This doesn't feel like a battle cry. This feels like a reconciliation. Not defeat yourself, but understand yourself. You know, maybe the dragon isn't your enemy. Maybe it's the part of you you've been trying to exile. Maybe your power returns the moment you stop declaring war on yourself. And then we arrive here, the Three of Cups. Okay, this might be my favorite card, okay, in this entire spread, because I don't think this card is just about celebration. You know, I think this card is medicine. You know, look at them. They're gathering, laughing, sharing stories, sharing life, sharing space, being human together. Okay, and maybe that's the thing we've forgotten, because we've lived through years of division, years of isolation, years of retreat, years of hyper independence, and years of being told you have to do this alone. Meanwhile, the Three of Cups says, no, you don't. Call the friend. Go to the barbecue. Attend the gathering. Host the dinner. Okay? Go dance badly or laugh loudly. Tell stories. Share food. Create memories. The Three of Cups reminds us that joy expands when it's shared. Life expands when it's shared. Humanity expands when it's shared. Okay? And here's the bigger mirror here, okay? Maybe the antidote to a fear-based world isn't more information, okay? Maybe it's more connection. Maybe community isn't about finding people who never struggle. Maybe it's remembering we were never meant to carry the struggle alone. Okay? So now let's zoom out. Okay? Because the cards are telling a complete story. Okay? The Sun says, remember yourself. Strength says, stop fighting yourself. The Three of Cups says, remember each other. Okay? Do you see it? Self, relationship with self, relationship with others. That's the journey. And I think humanity has been trying to skip steps, trying to fix the world without understanding itself, trying to save everyone while abandoning itself, trying to heal without participating in life. Meanwhile, the cards are saying, remember yourself, reconcile yourself, and rejoin each other. Maybe that's the real message of the solstice. not become more, not heal harder, not awaken further. Participate. Call the friend. Go to the barbecue. Dance badly. Laugh loudly. Grow the garden. Hold the boundary. Tell the truth. Feed someone. Let yourself be loved. Let yourself belong. Let yourself be alive. Because the sun remembers. Strength reconciles. And the Three of Cups remind us we were never meant to do this alone. Okay, as we move toward the longest day of the year, may you remember yourself. May you stop fighting yourself, and may you remember each other. Okay, may your nervous system soften, may your heart stay open, may your table be full, may your laughter be loud, and may you give yourself permission to enjoy the life you're living while you're living it. Because if this reading is showing us anything, it's that life isn't asking us to become more. It's asking us to participate more fully. The universe seems to be reminding us that consciousness is important. But so are sunrises and sunsets and community and dancing and snacks. Especially snacks. I love your faces. Happy solstice, beautiful humans. See you in the mirror, and I'll catch you on the next frequency.